Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all some time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Sunday. Hopefully everybody smoothly enjoying their weekend. For all the birthday people again this week and this upcoming week. Hopefully you enjoying your special days. Hopefully you keeping everything in order. And again, just be blessed and be happy for another day on the earth. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Friday for the conversation. No, my fault. Thursday. I forgot I was doing too much on Friday. Hood, what's going on, man? Yeah, what's going on? Yo, Hood, you know you're not gonna do nothing, bro. You know you ain't gonna do nothing. Let me use my Cameron voice. You Terry Cloth. That mean you very soft.
My
Here, take this, bro.
muscles are getting bigger. Oh, yes, the muscles. The muscles are getting big from the pump.
That's what I see every time you come in here talking about I'm gonna slap out you. That's what I see every little day. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Friday for the conversation. And again, shout outs to Corey. Shout outs to oh shoot. Shout outs to Corey for popping in. And also shout outs to Keymonch for popping in as well too. Keith, what's going on, my guy? Hood, I ain't worried about you, son. You just mad because LeBron stink in the G League right now. Don't let me disrespect you. It's too early. It's too early. It's too early. It's too early. What's going on? Chill. It's too early to talk about Bronny only having 4 points. Yeah. Yeah, man. Nah, you know I had to mess with the bro real quick, y'all. But yeah, conversation was definitely great as always. Today I'm gonna be talking about some things I came across, and honestly, it kind of fits into some of the things I'll be speaking about on some of these episodes that we have on here. Now, oh yeah, before my mouth go left, my bad. Um, those that missed the replay definitely catch it. Um, so I'm gonna speak to my kings real quick. I'm gonna speak to the kings real quick, real quick. Um, Seen a video of a dude choking out a child services worker. Not a good look. It's not a good look because again, you got somebody that's dead trying to help you, and just because you want to be overprotective daddy, you put a child services worker in a chokehold and almost unalive them just because. Oh, it ain't no, this would be a lesson for anybody trying to mess with my daughter and this, that, and the third. Well, you might not be a fixture in your daughter's life for a little bit. Why? Because again, you just choked a government or a state official. So don't think it's not coming with no repercussions. BDBGP, what's going on, my guy? Nah, you good. You already good, Keith. I already know you be dealing with shit too, like working shit. So I already know, bro. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Um, from what I see in the video, you went to go give the guy five, and then you turned around and just put him in a complete yoke. Now again, that's crazy because this worker is here to help you close a case. Now I don't know full details outside of I guess they was trying to help this family close a case that was put on them. Now, again, whether it's a male or a female ACS worker, they are going to sit in a private room with kids to talk. Just Jay, baby. My thing is, they do that for good reason because they don't want to take the chance of you're just saying everything good in front of your parents, and your parents really could be doing dirt. But then again, it might be some things you might be scared to tell your parents. So that's why they speak to them. But again, for you to put that man in a chokehold and all he doing is trying to help you, close your case so your family could be straight. Now you could put you and your family in a whole entire situation. Because now, what if that man decides to say neither one of those parents is good? Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you. Now what you think they gonna say? They gonna say, well, if he's doing this, then who knows what the mother gonna be doing? Y'all both too unstable to have these children around you. I had the children around. Can't do that to no government official like that, man. City worker, state worker, don't matter. They still employed by the government. So it's gonna come with that price. Now, if that man decide to press all charges and do whatever, now what? Now you gotta basically sit up for a minute. You gotta basically sit up for a minute until it's time to get everything out the way, man. Who wanna go through all of that? Kings, again, I understand with some of y'all got daughters, y'all want the best for your daughters. You want to keep your daughters protected at all times. I get all of that. But in the same token, you can't do something that's going to jeopardize what family structure you got going now. Can't do that. Again, it goes back to what I was saying before about critical thinking. You know, it's needed right now. There's some of y'all that are putting yourselves in harm's way or putting your family in harm's way because, again, you're making irrash decisions. It's one thing to protect your kids, but it's another thing to jeopardize your kids' well-being. And then now, look, God forbid, if you wouldn't have let that man go and he would have suffocated in your arms, what you think would have been the consequence for that now? Now you're not just facing assault, you facing murder. You would be lucky if it get dropped down to some form of manslaughter, but then again, no. You had all intents on trying to hurt somebody while that person wasn't even trying to hurt you. They was trying to help you in the best way. Serious, baby. Again, there's one thing to protect, but when you start getting too overprotective, that's when your decisions don't become your decisions no more, from what I've seen. And it's crazy. Again, fellas, think you blessed to have somebody trying to help you out with your situation. Let them help you out. And again, see, this is why y'all got to get a better understanding of what these ACS workers or these child services workers are here for. Because again, 9 out of 10, the only reason why that person was dealing with you is because you probably had a false report put on you. Because I've seen some people go through it. People falsely report their kids are being abused and neglected. And then they got to go through all the hassle to prove that that's not what's really going on, which is a problem again. Again, think before y'all do things, fellas. Now, that man wasn't trying to harm your child. That man was just trying to do what they trained to do. If I have to sit down with your kids, prime example, if I'm a social worker, if I got to sit down with your kids in private, that's what we have to do. Because again, it's more about making sure the kid is in the right position. You know, you can't make sure you know you will never be sure. Prime example, if these are the type of things you got to worry about. Again, they are gonna always do that. It doesn't matter if they are in your house. Doesn't matter if they're in an office. They're gonna sit down and talk with those kids privately. Yeah, they're gonna have a full general conversation with the family. Of course, they're gonna have a conversation with the parents alone, and then they're gonna have a conversation with the kids. Again, because the kids could be saying something just to say something, you know, but you never know if somebody's really in trouble, you know. The main thing is again trying to get to the goal at hand. The goal at hand is trying to get a case like that thrown out the window so you can live your normal life as a family. And again, in that situation right there, that man could have been facing some serious. He's already going to face some serious jail time. I don't think he ain't. He going to face some form of jail time because again, you attacked a city or a state official. That shit don't go quietly. And then you did it unprovoked. And again, if you wouldn't have let go of that man when you let him go, you could have possibly unalived him. So now you're not just facing murder and assault. You are basically putting yourself in a situation where you won't see your kids ever. There are some people right now sitting behind them walls right now because of mistakes like that or because of careless actions like that. And they wish they never did it. Why? Because again, you're losing the main thing. You're losing valuable time with your children. You are leaving your family at a disadvantage. You know, there was no need for that, you know, and it was unwarranted. You know, and again, I think people have to really start thinking carefully before they try to execute anything they think they can execute. That's not fair. And it also gives a sad painted picture because you're not thinking about those workers who got to be out on this field day in and day out, especially doing the job they're supposed to be doing, which is making sure that the children's welfare is not being compromised. You know, but when they see stuff like that or hear stuff like, and then this thing, there are some of those workers who actually go through all of that. You know, just trying to do their job, and they got to worry about not just being cursed out, but possibly attacked for doing a job that they love doing or doing a job that they are trained to do. It's crazy. You know, now what you would have been able to tell that man's family had he did get unalived? You wouldn't have been able to say nothing. What, I'm sorry? That's all you've been able to say is I'm sorry. See again, some of you young fellas gotta start thinking, being more careful. Stop allowing your aggression or stop allowing certain things to get to you. Stop allowing it. Because then some of y'all make them choice decisions to mess yourselves up. When you know you got people who are doing what they're trained to do, just let them do what they gotta do. That's it. Not saying you're not supposed to be protective as a parent. But again, when you start getting too overprotective, that's where the problem will be. You know, and again, now when you think about that, now your daughter basically is not going to be around you like that because who knows if they even deem either one of y'all to have the children. You know, that's not cool at all. It's not cool. Some of you men and women out there, yeah, because there's some women that I've seen or heard stories about with the same thing. You trying to attack people who are here to try to help you. That don't make sense. That would be like me trying to punch out my tax prepper, knowing damn well this is my tax prepper. Again, stop allowing your anger and your emotions to be in control of everything. Because before it's all said and done, you're gonna be spending the rest of your life behind a wall for something you didn't necessarily even have to do. And see the damage at the end of the day, that damage is being done more on your family than anything. For some of y'all who are still lucky, you need to keep your structure together. So if you know you got the significant other or baby mother and y'all both on the same page, when it come down to how you want to raise and do things with your kids, yeah, you gotta keep the ship afloat, man. Now again, it'd have been a difference if your daughter would have came out and said something about the worker said this or the worker did this to you. Then you would have all rights to address or do what you need to do. But again, you sat here and did all of that, and you could possibly be facing more than 5 years in jail, if that. Because again, regardless of what, you put your hands on a state official, state worker, and they ain't playing that. And sometimes they're gonna have people recording things. Your conversations are being recorded to a degree because again, prime example, if there's a situation where ACS has to be involved with your family, what you think they're gonna do at certain points? Oh yeah, they'll definitely get a psychiatrist in there to make sure everything is everything. You got to remember that part too. Again, don't allow your emotions and don't allow any type of what you think is mind tactics or your mind's playing tricks on you. Don't allow that to mess up your overall goal. If your overall goal is to keep your family together, then yeah, you got to make sure you together. That means you got to make sure your mind is on straight because you already know what comes with certain situations. You know, if I do this to this person, I could possibly mess this up. So it's just things you really need to take into consideration, fellas. And also, too, some of you ladies, you will mess yourselves up because of your emotions. That high pitched screaming and yelling and having an attitude and trying to get real ratchet with somebody that's trying to help you, that's not going to be beneficial on both ends. Especially when you dealing with people who, again, if they feel any type of way, could send your kids through a system. Or they could end up putting your kids somewhere where they feel they're safe. You have to make sure your mind is always strong and preserved. Because yeah, as a parent, yeah, you're gonna feel a type of way. A parent, guardian, you're gonna feel a type of way. The only reason why you're gonna feel a type of way is because you want the best for you want the best for them. But don't put yourself in a position to now, me, prime example. There's times I had to go up to my brother's school, or times I had to deal with teachers, so on and so forth, right? Even with some of the things that sounded too far fetched, I didn't allow that to get me out of my pocket and spaz out on school officials and stuff. Why? Because again, I'm the one that when it's all said and done, I'm gonna have to come to these PTA meetings. If you get sick, I gotta come get you. If so on and so forth. Basically the typical guardian shit. I'm gonna have to deal with people that I know for a fact probably, feel a type of way about you being who you are, et cetera, et cetera. They gonna feel the type of way because they looking at it like you're too big. You're too big to be this young. And see, yeah, I was overprotective because my brother was big for his age. Even though he was a young youth, he still was big for his age. I had to literally press some adults during his freshman year of high school because somebody thought he was a grown up trying to put hand or trying to cause harm. And once I found out who the hell it was, them niggas knew what it was after that. And I ain't have to get crazy. See, is again, you gotta know when to diffuse things and how to attack things. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working hard in this gray sky, my area, baby. I think it's gonna rain today, y'all. I ain't seen not a lick of sun yet. But yeah, there was things I didn't want to have to do, but I did it because again, it's my job to do it. And in order for my brother to stay sustained the way he was supposed to, I had to do that. So again, it doesn't matter if you're a parent or a guardian, when you are dealing with people, especially, city officials or state officials, when it comes to that, you gotta have a clear visual. Gotta have a strong mind and a strong process to say, you know what, let me just get through these things real quick so I could be back on the up and up with my fam. I hear you, Keith. And to be honest, that doesn't, and I know probably some people probably done caught wind of the video or they probably hit the news. When I happened to catch it, I just was like, what the hell? That doesn't warrant you to put your hands and feet on somebody just because you feel a type of way. And again, if your family is not in any form of danger like that, shouldn't that do it? Now again, you gonna be missing that time out with your daughter just because of that. And if everything goes full fledged, you definitely gonna be missing out. It's time for us to start thinking a little clearer. Oh, and another thing I was going to chime in on today, um, and it goes back to something I was talking about a while back too, about selective energy. Um, I seen another video that it only made me mad because I'm sorry, and I got to say this to our people. Um, we really have to stop having selective energy. We quick to pull the trigger, or we quick to pull a gun out on our own brothers and sisters without a moment's notice. But when the actual enemies who are trying to attack you and trying to do whatever to you start coming your way, it's like y'all fold up, you know? Nah, man, because come on, man, like it's sad because again, now y'all known to have guns, y'all known to be out here claiming the gang, and you ride for your peoples and everything else. Your people's about to get attacked with machetes and everything, and not me and one of y'all thought to say, well, I got this gun for protection. Let me use it just in case. You actually let them migrants and the Venezuelans run you off, which is sad. But then again, when you look at the video, half of them motherfuckers are still young. Like, you should be in school young, not trying to be out doing what you think you capable of doing. Like, fuck out of here. This is why a lot of people crying out. Everybody want to live a certain life, but then when it come down to certain shit, y'all not down to really pull the trigger. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta get this morning coffee. Yeah, my bad, y'all. But yeah, that was crazy because when you look at the video, just like I said, ain't none of them look over the age of 16, but y'all, you're getting crazy with your mouth. But look, you had a real serious situation where you're supposed to be defending your people, and you couldn't even do it. So again, this is where learning has to come into play. Again, my fault. Teaching them even when they that young, teaching them how to be careful. My thing is, if you gonna be running the streets, you wanna be out here trying to be all gang, and you wanna, okay. So now when you see your gang in trouble, you need to start jumping into the forefront. But then again, shouldn't even be worried about gangs. And this is a video that was in Chicago. Like I said, half of that group of people that was out there before the fight even broke or before anything took place, all these kids is young. You can tell they're young minded still. Real spill, baby. You can tell they're young minded still. Screaming, yelling, and doing all that extra stuff. Like, it didn't help. Somebody could have lost their life that day. Somebody could have been in the hospital with critical injuries. You know, or it'd have been your luck. Cops decide to run down and break up everything, and all y'all end up getting in trouble for something that wasn't even necessary. I think it really is sad, though. Again, we quick to pull the trigger, or we quick to pull and run down on our own brothers and sisters, and our main enemies who are making it clear that they don't care about nothing. You just sit back and allow them to do it. I got all this energy from my brother and sister, but when it comes to somebody else, I don't got no energy at all. Make that make sense? Again, our minds is warped to a degree. Not gonna say all, but a part of our community, our minds is warped. Because again, you're going off of psychological mind games, basically. Because that's basically what it is. It's a warfare, psychological warfare on top of that. I'm not gonna pull the trigger on this person that I know for a fact is chasing me with a weapon or trying to do some form of bodily harm to me. I'm not going to protect myself from them. But the minute it's my brother and sister, I'm quick to do everything. Make it make sense. My bad, real spill. I had an issue and I had to, man, listen. It's been a long, long week, but progressive and productive week. So but don't worry, today I'm definitely in the building. So if you hear around four, sis, I'll be there. Don't worry. Time to turn up. But again, I never understood why it seemed to be that way with us. Again, come on now. It's I'm gonna punch my brother or my sister in the face. But anybody else I know has done disrespected me, disrespected family, or did anything, I'm just gonna allow it to slide. And I'm not trying to make it no race thing when I say some of the things I'm about to say. But again, it just goes to show a detail when it comes to our people. Some of our people, like I said, you're quick to bow down to the white man. You're quick to bow down to the Asians. You're quick to bow down to the Arabics. But when it comes to your own people, it's not about bowing down. You want to unalive them. You want to take them out of their misery, or you want to, cause all forms of chaos and confusion. I'll sabotage my brother and sister's place of business before I sabotage somebody else's place of business. Make that make sense? No doubt, Spill, you already. That's why I said, like, even now when it comes down to certain situations, We are quick to build everybody else up, but we won't build each other up. We won't take the time to say, let me make sure my brother and sisters are good. Yo, you need any extra help with this? You know, you need me to pass out something or do something. That's just like, again, I can understand in some instances why some people feel a type of way about certain black owned businesses. Keyword certain black owned businesses. Not all. Marlene, baby. Those that just tuned in, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. But again, we are quick to build everybody else up before we build each other up. And I noticed that. Prime example, my brother could be opening up, and that could be any one of my melanated brothers. Y'all could be opening up something. If I know it's something I could get down with and back up, I'm going to back it up. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we never can seem to sit down and figure things out the right way. Everybody has to be emotional. See, I think I know what the problem is. And pardon me for saying it this way, but I kind of feel this way on all levels. It's too much estrogen in the air. That's why it's too much estrogen and too much emotions in the air. Why? Because again, we all should be able to sit down and figure out what's best for us. Like I was saying the other day, there's things we can do on our own, and we don't always got to look for no form of government help or assistance. But if you're refusing to try to really sit down amongst the people, then we ain't gonna never get it together. What I look like not supporting somebody or supporting one of my people, but I'll support somebody else who don't have no plan or any ways of trying to give back to a community that they stationed in. I hear you, Marlene, and that's how it's supposed to be. And for some people, that's the way it is. You support those who support you. You try to look out for those who look out for you, vice versa. But you got people that don't think like that. You know, and again, we have to get to this point of unity. That's the main difference between all the other communities and us. Yes, today is one of those. I need to speak to my people. I need y'all to come sit in my office for a minute. Gotta speak to y'all. Because when I look at certain situations and I look at certain scenarios, and this is even when I'm out and about, I see this and I can't even say it's a curse. What it is just a repeated cycle. A cycle that didn't get broken when it should have got broken. You know, but this is what I'm saying though. It's okay, Marlene. Look, everybody gets accidental sniped in their chat. You know this already. Um, but yeah, you know, just remember that part. How we gonna ever get past these hurdles in life, or how we always crying about black power? We need to do this. We need to create this, but we can't sit down and have a normal conversation without it getting some form of violence or ignorant. You know, like prime example, you might want to be building um, for this scenario, and you might have some people that at first, yeah, they gonna seem like they down for it, they seem like they on board, but then they can have their own agenda. Now instead of them following protocol or trying to follow the protocol that was there, trying to do their own thing. Nah, when you are coming together and you uniting, you gotta unite on all fronts. You know, again, if we are sitting here trying to build something to where we could give opportunity and a blueprint to those who need it. Why do we keep self-sabotaging? I know what some of it is. Some of it is, again, because we have this complex that I've seen as of recent, that I have to be a step ahead of you. I got to be 5 steps ahead of you. We can't build together. I got to be on top while we build. No, we all coming from the same damn struggle. We supposed to build together. We figure out what we need to figure out on all cylinders. And then from there, we make the progresses that we need to make. Like I said, it's sad when you can unite to destroy your own people, but you can't unite to try to rebuild and restructure for your people. Oh, trust me, I know that, Marlene. And again, appreciate you, serious baby. If y'all hear me getting attacked in the next 5 minutes, y'all already know I'm outside in Bird Central right now. Cool gamer, what's going on? And I think it's sad though, for real. Prime example, I can see my brother is trying to do fashion and clothing. Prime example, they thinking about opening up some stores, right? If I know first things first, what they plans are, how they plan on doing it, and if it sounds like something that I could get or get behind, then I'm gonna get behind it. That'd be like one of my brother men's telling me, "Yo, I'm about to open up 2 clothing stores in the hood." You know, I got this going, I got this going. I'm selling this, I'm selling that. If it's something good, I'm gonna get behind it. All right, well, shoot, you open up a clothing store. What kind of clothing you gonna be selling in both of them stores? One of them stores could be, listen, I'm selling nothing but business suits, business attire, so on and so forth. And the other one could just be for, recreation or whatever. If both of them are doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is trying to help elevate or trying to even give opportunity to those that need it, I'm behind you. Whether you're a small business or a big business, I would get behind that because at least I know for a fact this is your main intentions. This is what you plan to do. This is what you came here to do. But again, we got to come together. Not everybody, but the main ones that need to hear this, we need to come together. In order for us to try to at least battle back some of the plagues that we going through right now, we have to step together. Again, how we expect any form of uprising, black power, unity, or any of these things y'all be trying to cry for, when again you quick to down each other. Oh, that ain't gonna be no good idea. Spill, you already know, you already. In a second, you might hear shout outs to the plug. So, well, come on. What I look like smiling in somebody's face and showing them love just to try to backdoor them or to clown them? That don't make no sense. If I'm supporting you in something that you're doing, then I'm going to be a stern supporter. See, we don't even know what true loyalty is anymore. We really don't know what being united means. All form of being united, oh, we're gonna gang up and we're gonna attack this dude, or we're gonna attack this chick, or we're gonna do this, or we're gonna do that. We gonna gang up to destroy our communities, but we ain't gonna gang up to try to help clean some of it up. And I applaud those who are actually standing on the goal. You stand on the goal and notion of trying to bring back community or trying to bring things back to a community that's lacking things. Again, there are things that we know for a fact we could change if we just get together and do it the right way. Again, to the point where we won't need no government help or assistance. We will be able to do exactly what's needed. Now, see, back to that video that I seen in Chicago, like I said, all of these people seem young. None of them look older than 18. I'm gonna be honest with you. From the angle that I've seen, none of them look older than 18, but all of them screaming gang gang and all this other stuff. But you could tell they're still immature minds because you hear some of them in the background. Oh, this one about to get locked up. Oh, this one about to get packed up. This one about to like. No, y'all all are facing a serious danger because now look, the migrants and the Venezuelans, they look like they wasn't harming nobody until y'all ganged up. So when you gang up on them, guess what? They will gang back up. Think about it. Some of them are here, they still lost in the source. They trying to figure out their own way as well. Like I said, you quick to run down on your own brother and sister the minute they say something, but somebody else says or does something, you ain't doing it. Critical that again, y'all start being united. Have that same energy for everybody that you feel is a threat, not just for specific people, because it's not getting nowhere. So you will let a person like you'll let a Johnny punch you in the face, prime example, but a Ray, you ready to kill him. Make it make sense. Know what I'm saying? Gotta go by actions. And if people are showing the best actions and they showing that they really are trying to get something going, then hey, why not support that? You got some people, like I said right now, trying to reestablish certain things like babysitting services and things along those lines because they know how it is. Some of these families got kids, they got to try to work still, keep a house and a roof over their head, food on the table and stuff. Yeah, support those small ones, those small businesses that are trying to do right. But see, this the one thing too. Remember to do your research on things before you just attach yourself to something. Another reason why we can't never come together, at least from what I've seen throughout this course of time, is because again, we don't really support each other the way we supposed to. We don't uplift, we don't encourage, we don't do none of that. We quick to down you and tell you ain't gonna never be nothing instead of saying, nah, man, I see great things happening for you. Nah, sis, I see great things happening. Don't give up. We can't never unite. We too selfish. We think about our own personal things instead of thinking about the overall general picture of things. We can't do the simplest thing like we can only come together for a barbecue, come together for a funeral, maybe a wedding, or only come together when it comes to visiting people or loved ones in the hospital. But we can't come together for anything else. Oh, my fault. We could come together if it's free before midnight at a club or something like that. We can't come together to try to fix some of the things we know we need to fix. Some of it is going to be because of, again, religious beliefs. Yes, not every melanated brother is going with the notion of Christianity. We understand that. But I've always felt like there's no matter what you serve or who you serve, as long as you are doing what you need to do overall, shouldn't matter about anything else. If we supposed to be coming together to put projects together for the kids to be more active in things, more involved in things, keep them off the streets, then anything as far as our personal beliefs and anything else, that shouldn't be a reason why we can't come together. And again, you'll have some people that try to come into your fold just to do the one thing that we keep getting destruction. Got to be able to wean that out. When you see that a person is not really showing actions of them caring about what you're doing and how you're doing things, you got to eliminate them. I heard something, an inspirational quote, and that inspirational quote actually meant something too. It hit deep on different levels. Prime example: silence is golden, patience is a virtue, revenge is best served cold. But the main thing is, they say killing with silence, right? Not everybody could get killed with silence. Some people not going to be able to do that. They're going to have to feel that, you know? I hear you, Spill. You absolutely right on that part right there. You know, but again, and this is not even dealing with social media. This is just dealing with life in general. See, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna reintroduce myself to some who need to be reintroduced. My commentary, my comments, my content, period. This is raw, cut off top of the dome. If this was a freestyle session, consider me one of the best freestylers. Because I can bring a conversation to you and get everybody involved the way he's supposed to. Yeah, some people are not worth silence. You know, some people you're gonna have to let them have it. You gotta let them have it. Why? Because again, if they're doing things or presenting things to where it's becoming that much of a problem, nah, you're gonna have to say something. In other situations, yes, silence is the best treatment with some. Kill them with kindness. Because again, you don't give energy to things that you don't need to give energy to. You know, prime example, people are sending indirects at you. You don't listen to that. You nudge that off. That's, in my opinion, where silence is best. You know, let people put themselves in a bind. But when it does start becoming somewhat of a major issue, that's when you let things. That's when you let things just let loose. And it's good because in certain instances you're gonna have to establish yourself or reestablish your main thing. I've always felt like this. Patience is a virtue because again, there's gonna be things you're not gonna be able to rush. If you want the best notions and the best processes of life, you can't rush it. You need to learn patience from within, from when it's time to learn. Prime example, you could be trying to put together a go kart or anything along those lines. Or you could be trying to build something that you brought for your kid, right? You can't get too frustrated and out of fucking wind and out of pocket and lose your temper. You know, sit down, relax, open your mind, and just remember exactly what you need to remember. Oh man, goddamn bees, my bad. I'm mad these bees ain't died yet. Damn it, summer over. Oh, get it. Shit. Again, anything that you're doing, building, wise, again, have strength, have determination, have courage, and continue in your process. You could be trying to, prime example, you could be trying to structure and create a building or multiple buildings, right? Can't get too frustrated when things are not going the way they're supposed to be going. Some days you're going to have everything go as planned, some days you might not. But again, it's about having control over your anger and your emotions. Harry, what's going on, my guy? Again, think clearly and think rationally before you do something irrational. You know, and the main reason I feel we can't never come together the way we supposed to is because, again, some of us have self-hate within ourselves. And that self-hate is also spewing onto your brothers and sisters. Think it's sad, though. Look how many possible opportunities we could have on bringing the best things within the community. But again, we so self-centered, we so focused on, again, destroying each other. We ain't focusing on the most important things, again, the bigger picture. You know, we have to eliminate a lot of that self-hate, self-doubt, because when we are doubting each other, we're also doubting ourselves. We ain't getting nowhere. You know, again, just got to take the necessary steps that are needed so we can get to a possible conclusion. You know, we got to stop coming together only for the negative aspects of things. Let's come together for the actual goodness of things. That's just like, again, you got some people who are trying to bring back certain elements into the community, like community centers and things along those lines. Stand behind those people who really are trying to do it. You know, that's the best thing you can do is try to get behind those who really are, trying to do the right things. See, another thing, again, we got to stop waiting for a savior, basically, to help save us. And again, everybody is going to build and do different things on different levels. I can understand that. Not everybody's going to jump into the same battlefield. But if you know for a fact you trying to jump for something great, and you get behind that, you know, definitely need to get behind that. You got people who are trying to bring back learning centers and ESL and things along those lines we know are getting cut day in and day out. Like I said, there's things that some of the young ones right now, this generation, should already have an eye out on or know how to do. And see, that's the thing. When we know there's certain things that are being eliminated, the knowledge that we have, we supposed to make sure we put it on display. So things like teaching the kids how to write cursive and things like that, you should already know that. All the old methods that you had coming up should still be passed along throughout the generation. And again, prime example. Some people will destroy a good build or destroy they people's good build just because of jealousy, hate, or just because of lack of knowledge. Chip, what's going on, my guy? I already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Prime example, you have people who are trying to bring certain businesses together as a collective So this way, regardless to what, there will still be, you know, options and opportunities. Think about it. When you create the right things in your community, you're giving out opportunity. Prime example, they just opened up a new supermarket in my area. Now, even though they already had a couple people that was already hired, they still was hiring people, whether they lived in the community or not. Again, that's giving opportunity. You're giving somebody the opportunity to try to work and make some form of bank. So at least this way, if they decide to do something else outside of that, at least they're straight. They're ready to do what needs to be done. But you're still given the opportunity nonetheless. Again, we gotta really start coming to that notion of unity. But again, it's hard to be unified when you have people who just don't want to see nothing outside of that happen. When you have people that don't want to see potential and growth, that will always be a problem. When you got people that feel that ignorance is the best way to deal with a lot of situations, we ain't gonna never get nowhere prosperous. Instead of me congratulating my people, I'm hating on my people. Especially if my people are on the up and up doing what they doing, they striving, they climbing the ladder. Instead of me being a support system, I'm being somebody that's fake and phony. Can't do that. Right now, if I'd have seen one of my peoples, and I'm looking to see one of my peoples just got himself a damn government job. And he fit the role because again, this is something that he knew, this is something that he had knowledge on. I got one or two people that just became social workers themselves for the kids. I'm proud of them. Why? Because they was on the verge of going down the wrong path in them streets. But they decided, like most people, I got more to offer and more to give. So why am I going to waste my time and talent? Or why am I going to waste my time, my talent, and my skills doing absolutely nothing? Prime example, I wouldn't waste my talents if I knew, prime example, all about the financial world and things like that, and I could give the knowledge out even in the simplest way to where somebody could grasp it. I would do it with no problem. Why? Because again, I want to see success for the people, especially the people that I resonate with. One thing, like I said before, when it comes down to any form of building, you don't allow specific people to destroy that build. In my opinion, and this is old school thinking and method, nobody's bigger than the program. We all are coming from some form of struggle. My thing is, we shouldn't continue to keep struggling because we can't get ourselves together. We can't get right within each other. We can't just say, you know what, despite whatever, I see my brother or my sister got great intentions and got great visions on things. So I'm going to get back and support that. You know, like I said, with certain situations, you quick to endorse other businesses before you endorse your own brother and sister. And sometimes you won't endorse them because you think that just because they're putting something together, that automatically it has to be, oh, yo, I need a deal on this. I need this. I need this. Nah, let somebody get established to where they can do those things. You know, You know, that could be like again, I'm running a that could be something like I'm running the clothing business. You can't expect me to give you deals on clothing and everything else when I just opened up the vicinity. I just opened up the spot. You know, give somebody some time to make things or make them make bank. And the first thing y'all quick to do again is yo brother man, I need a deal on. Now see again, I can see if you established, you done been open. Let's say you done opened up a business, you done been open well over a month. Everything is starting to come into fruition the way it's supposed to. If you feel you're gonna give deals on certain items, or if you feel you're gonna do certain things in a specific manner, then make sure you do it. The one thing we got to stop doing to a degree is stop hounding our own people for deals and everything else, and we don't try to do the same thing everywhere else. Like I said, stop shortchanging each other. Some of y'all spending money on clothing that you know for a fact are being backed by people that don't like us, but just because it's a fashion statement, you still gonna get behind it. You know you got certain ones that don't like us all in all, but in the same token, you still quick to support these people. Your enemies are going to come in many different ways, shapes, and forms, right? But again, your main thing should be winning the battle more than anything. Again, we have to start doing better. Again, we have to start lifting each other to the highest of high. It's needed right now. The fact that we can't unify for great things is kind of like a black eye in the community. Forget a black eye. It's a black eye, broken rib, and everything else along those lines. Because again, we can't get it together. Every time we try to make a step forward, we end up tripping and falling right back a couple steps. I would rather see your business crumble instead of trying to see if I could be a beneficial part of helping you build. Another reason why we can't come together to some degree is because again, we got people who feel um, the ones who started going to prominence. Oh well, shoot, you made it out the hood, so you owe us. Again, the world don't owe you nothing. If you are not getting to some form of bag, if you're not getting to anything that could be beneficial, for you, you can't look for anybody else to just hold your hand and keep looking out for you. Can't. Prime example, you can have a problem reading, right? If a person is willing to help you with that, why not accept the help? Oh, you won't accept the help because of your self pride. I don't need that motherfucker. Nah, that motherfucker ain't gonna make me feel stupid. That's craziness. To think that you could be in positions even when the help is there, but you refuse to do it because of pride. Or again, self hate. I don't know. If I'm not on top, motherfuckers don't deserve to be on top. Again, we got to stop being so cutthroat towards each other. We got people who could be prominent in all areas of life, depending on what they're going for. But again, we are sitting there trying to encourage the destruction and downfall of another brother or sister. We ain't getting nowhere. You wanna know why we don't have enough prime example? They just cried about we don't got enough melanated filmmakers. You wanna know why? Some of those people are not even making it out their damn hoods. They're not even making it towards any form of prominence because of specific violence that's going on. That's one reason. We also losing those people or not having enough of those people because we are not encouraging those that need to be encouraged. Those who really feel this is a way they want to get out, this is a way they going to make things work. We ain't supporting it. That could be like right now. I know somebody who does, photography or does filmmaking. If I see that they doing something, even if it's the smallest thing, you think you can? I no doubt. Like prime example, one of my dudes just asked me the other day when I was on the live, like, yo, I might need you for, not just the podcast. I might need you for something I'm trying to do. He trying to be an up and coming filmmaker. So my thing is, and I watched you, like I said, I don't even got you by that many years. You within the circle. So there ain't nothing for me to say, nah, I got you, bro. Just let me know what day is good and we get to it. See, when it comes to coming together, we have to coordinate, not just times and dates, but we need to coordinate how we attack certain scenarios and situations. If we all want to be a part of, prime example, putting a movie together, whether it's a low budget or a high budget, everybody got to know their role and know their places. Everybody should know their strengths and weaknesses and what they can add to the product to make the product even better. Not everything is going to be successful the first time, but even if you are lucky to, now you just got to, again, keep everything invigorated. That's it. Again, we got to stop cutthroating each other. Support those who are really trying to support you back or that's trying to support your community. I had a whole discussion with somebody the other day because they sat there and said, oh, it seemed like we got other people coming in and building in our areas and we not building. Yeah, because we are not being educated or we're not taking the time to educate ourselves to try to put ourselves in that position of buying up, doing what we need to do. And then when we do purchase or buy something, we don't hold on to it long. Some people do, some people don't. The ones that don't is because, again, they just allowed everything to fall into a squander. There's no need to say I want to own a business, but then you're not doing what you need to make sure your business is running straight. That's just like within a company, everybody has a role in a position that they have to play in order for that company to run smooth. The minute things ain't running smooth because of specific people, that's when you're supposed to let it go. Or see if you can put them somewhere where they still can be some form of help. Because I don't believe in just tossing people to the side when certain things ain't getting done. Nah, you put them somewhere else. Maybe they might, they might blossom over there more. That'd be like me knowing that you're not really good with numbers and I try to put you as an accountant. If I can see that this is going to be a problem, then I got to find another position in this company for you to have because I'm not just going to let you go. It's unfair, especially when I know you tried to work hard to get it. You're in Chicago, baby. And again, happy Sunday to everybody that's pulling in. Again, we got to start coming back to building structure, discipline, self-awareness, self-dignity. I don't have to be the flyest of fly just to do things that everybody else is doing. Again, a lot of y'all need to just learn to start loving yourselves and believing in yourselves and trusting in yourselves more. All that other negative aspect that's clouding your mind, start moving away from it. It's better. Again, unity will always be our strong suits, and it can be our possible upbringing or resurgence within the community. Just like I said the other day, communication within the community will definitely bring unity and bring it on the right force. Drop the link in case anybody do want to chime in on the convo. Hold on, give me 1 second. I think I did something wrong. Did something wrong. Like prime example, like I said the other day, we had unity within our community back in the day because again, there was watchful eyes and ears everywhere. That's how you was able to communicate and know how to deal with certain situations. Stop being stop being selfish and start being selfless when it comes to certain scenarios. Because again, that's the best way you're gonna start bringing back the reinsurgence within the community. Prime example, if y'all all coming together to put specific projects together, whether y'all gonna run it together, run it separately, or have people run it within, doesn't matter. Y'all still have to have communication at the end of the day, you know, and it's important to do that. Again, gotta stop being a laughing stock of the people. And it's time to really like get it together. Self love and definitely just knowledge yourself. You're already starting. Whatever you feel is comfortable, whatever serves your purpose, whatever gives you happiness, whatever keeps giving you inspiration, whatever keeps your mind invigorated. Hey, get to it. In order for you to be successful, again, you gotta be able to believe in yourself and believe in the process. If you know what it takes from the inside out, as far as the knowledge that you have, again, just trust yourself. Just know you're gonna take some bumps and bruises. You might be doing investment, prime example. You know, if you're doing financial investments and things like that, right? Or if that's something you really want to get into, you know what comes with that. Not everything is going to be smooth. Again, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, but it doesn't matter. You got to still stay strong, mentally strong, and then, mentally confident. Again, self love and self confidence. It works all the time. Prime example, you could be going for a specific interview for a company. Even if you feel like you might be out of your reach of getting that or anything along those lines, you still got to keep yourself high spirited. Even though I know it's probably qualified or even more qualified people for this position, I'm still going to go because I know I could do it. Build yourself. Stop allowing the world to think for you. Stop allowing everybody's thoughts and opinions to form your opinion. Stop allowing it. Whatever feels great and whatever is keeping you, you know, basically in the clear, keep doing it. And that's the truth though. And it's really truth behind that. Who else is going? Who else knows you better than you outside of the creator? Who else knows you better than you? If you know there's certain things that don't feel right and you don't want to fuck with it, don't fuck with it. It's just that simple. Gotta stand your ground on things. And when you stand your ground, you feel great about it. You stand in your ground because you firm now in the ground. Yeah, I came to this point of creating something that I know is going to be beneficial on all angles. And I'm watching it grow and succeed and prosper. It's like a proud parent, or it's like a person who just started planting the garden. You know they're going to feel that invigoration right there. Damn, I just made all this happen within a small amount of time. The proverbial green thumb. That shit is a good thing. It's a great feeling when you are watching things grow and prosper in front of you. But again, still got to tend to certain things. Now, if you the owner of that garden, guess what? You ain't just got to pay property tax to keep the garden there, but you have to tend to whatever you got that's growing. It's real. It's real talk right there. And if ain't nothing resonate with anybody today, hey, I tried. As long as somebody got the message, I've done my job. That's one thing to remember. Certain things you're not going to be able to change within a day, within a week, within a month, within a year. But the one thing that should be really clear is knowing where you're going. Certain situations, you know how to do it. Keep boosting yourself up. That's just like you. I'm gonna say that for even some of the street cats. Some of the street cats keep themselves within a good confine of things. Why? Because again, confidence. That's just like the normal hustlers that love to play dice and shit like that. You know damn well whether a nigga feeling it or not, they gonna come in here confident regardless. Whether they win big, lose big, whatever. Again, it's about confidence. Building yourself up to do what's needed. Win some, you lose some, but you gain regardless. And even in loss, yes, you do gain a lot of character, or you do gain a lot of wisdom that is needed. So, in order for us not to keep being the laughing stock and being at the totem pole at the bottom, time to really do some self reflection. And once you build that self reflection on things, now again, it's time to build yourself up best way you possibly can. Word, what's going on, my guy? I gotta catch your replay, bro. I ain't even get a notification yesterday. It's crazy. I think that's the best steps for some of these communities. Is again, remember, if you had the opportunity to grow naturally and nothing was forced on you that didn't need to be forced on you, we have to make sure that we keep it that way for the future generation. Passing on as much knowledge as needed. Yeah, each one teach one. Y'all know all the old sayings for real. It's a bona fide fact right now. It's a bona fide fact that right now we are definitely in a shoot. We are beyond the sunken state. At least from my visual, we well below the sunken state. In certain instances, it's that crabs in the barrel mentality that's keeping us away from greatness. In other situations, You know, it's just fake well wishes. To be honest with you, support will always come in multiple ways, shapes, and forms as well too. But you have to remember to support yourself and stand firm on what you need to stand firm on. You know, no doubt, bro. I hear you on that, man. You know, and that's another way sometimes to, you know, get rid of some of the negativity. You know, whatever works for you, whatever's going to have you getting back to true north, as they say. Hey, do what you need to. See what you spirit will. For some people, family retreat. For some, you know, vacation. For some, you never know. Whatever works for you that's going to get you back into that spirit of things or get you back to where you was at. Hey, do it. Anything that's going to keep you balanced, you make sure you do it. Because you can't be in a certain situation, even when it comes to business, and every one of your business decisions is made off of an emotion or over some wrong information. You know, gotta remember that part. You can't run the business the right way, or you can't run the business the way it should be ran if you're not thinking for yourself. You know, and people still fail to realize that even up to this day. You know, again, it's not about what everybody thinks. It's more about what you think and what you see. If you see and envision yourself doing something great, whether it's on a business level, financial level, even if you become the regular 9 to 5, no matter what keeps you from behind the wall or from an early grave, you remember that you still keep yourself where you need to keep yourself. Keep yourself solid and focused and strong. And again, remember patience. You know, patience is always going to be a good thing. Self awareness, self knowledge, shit. You're going to be reaching for the stars within a small amount of time. For some people, they're going to go through the ultimate struggles only because it's still doing what's needed, building and bringing character. There you go. You hear that? Something died out here. And when you hear them, you know it's always something. No matter what you do, you're supposed to work for a better thing in life. Whether you working for self or working for somebody else, you all supposed to work for some form of benefit. Yeah, tell them again, son. Say it with your chest. I'm bad, y'all. Y'all hear that shit again, you know what it is. Somebody help me. I think they trying to troll me right now. Apparently, I'm the crow whisperer now. Hey, 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 hey. Hush it up, man. Ah, Keith, that crow over here just came out of nowhere with that madness. 9 out of 10 is a dead animal somewhere. They don't just perch like that unless something around there. You But again, remember, you know, you're gonna go through different stages and different phases of life. But the most important thing is again creating a balance and creating your own picture. You want to build something long lasting, you know what you need to do. But again, believe in yourself. Even when nobody else believes in you, believe in yourself. Keep yourself mentally and spiritually strong. And again, you remember, you know, when one process doesn't work, you always have multiple other processes to try. But to speak to my community real quick, again, the main reason I feel we can't never come together, as much as optimistic I'm trying to give to this, can't. In certain scenarios, I can't give it the optimism I want to give it because, again, it goes to show a lot of different things. Yeah, you just gotta make sure whatever you're building, whatever picture you're creating, you have all the right fundamental pieces. That's exactly what it sounds like. They saying, "Hey, hey, hey, what you got to say?" You know, you got to remember that the right pieces will fall in place. Success will definitely be right at your doorstep, and now you're in a good position to where you can start doing more, start giving more, or again, just trying to pass the blueprint and the knowledge around to those that need it. Yeah, man. See, y'all done scared away the crow. Come on, man. Come back, Bernie. Come back, Bernie. And Bernie. Learn crow language from the crow master now. Yeah, yeah. The reason why we can't bring it together is because, again, emotions, and the third piece, emotions. Sorry to say it the way I said it earlier about it being, that's what the problem is. It's too much damn estrogen in the air. Too much of it. Hold on, I got you, bro. I thought I dropped the link earlier. My bad. There's too much estrogen within that air. Why? Because again, quick to lead off of emotions instead of thinking with logic. Again, look how many different scenarios we could be building amongst our own flock of people if we just would again get together, get amongst your right group and you build. That's it. Oh, I got you, bro. What's going on, my guy? About
Touching
to say you.
a lot of valid points, man. But to a degree, we do have we do have groups that are together though. I know they kind of like, I don't want to say cultish, but I don't know, whatever kind of category you want to put them in. But the Israelite groups, we got the FOI, we got certain groups that we have cohesion, but the only issue really is that they want you to join their group, and then I be building with the Hebrews, and I'm like, yo, I respect your movement. I just don't really jack the Bible like that. You know what I mean? And that's where my hesitancy comes from ever joining one of them joints, because they got the structure, the IUIC. Yo, they powerful, bro. You got some powerful black groups out here, man, that are actually functioning together and all that. But the only issue is that they think their way is the only salvation, and they expect everybody to convert over to what they got going on. But I was trying to explain to the brothers, I was like, yo, yeah, I mean, we got to get economically inclined first. We got to get in tune with the economics, man. Because if we don't have no structure, we'll always be continuing to work for somebody. You know what I mean? And then you could look within the groups in America that don't even live here, like the Indians. They call the Patels. I done work with a few of them, but I'm like, oh, so I'm seeing how they move. And word to my mother, I went with the dude. He bought some land in Florida. He went and got 125,000, 125,000 on a loan from one of his bros. I was like, wow. You know, the structure's there. We just don't follow the blueprint. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
there though.
but see, in certain instances too, it don't even be that. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, it's because everybody be so fiend out for that come up that they willing to do any and everything just for that come up. And it'd be sad, but then again, it's like again, this is why some certain instances you're not going to have unity the way you're supposed to. Now, what you was just talking about as far as those groups, yeah, I'm aware of them groups, and yeah, they definitely have something that we as all know a community, whether it's religious or not, you're all
Right.
supposed to have unity regardless. Right? And we supposed to stand firm when it comes to our people. I ain't gotta gun you down just to try to be in a better position or so on and so forth. They ain't worth. We all coming from the same damn struggle at the end of the day.
Yeah, we still haven't figured that part out yet. It's sad, man.
Yeah, it's the like I said, it's the mind games when it's all said and done. Because again, when you attack the mind too many times, that's how true it is. Somebody car going off crazy. But when you
Yeah, exactly.
welcome to the city, y'all. Welcome to the city. But it becomes a problem. You know, it's the structure sometimes because you got people that want to do things their way. But see, this is my thing. If you're gonna do things your way, do it the right way. Still, it don't matter.
Right.
Be smart and be wise in the business decisions, or just be wise in whatever you're doing. Because again, you're supposed to be solely focusing on the better aspects of life. I want to
Yeah.
be able to say, yeah, I went from doing this to doing this to doing this. And even though it took a little whatever timeline, or even if it didn't take too much of a timeline for me, I was able to get from point A to point B, have the confidence in myself to be, and that's it. And I made it without not anything happening. I made it. I'm unscathed to a degree.
Right.
Things along those natures. Like, yeah, you're gonna take a little lumps and bruises, but you ain't taking no major damage. Just being wise, and not making emotional decisions, especially on the business tip. Some people be trying to be fiend back and like, yeah, but there go the emotions right there.
But you could kind of get a feel of how somebody is, especially. But you want to try to get connected with people that already have something going on. But you always gonna have percentages like of the population that's just really not going to cooperate. They just, I mean, it's fine. You know what I mean? If you could talk to 20,000 and you could snatch 1,500, that's good. You know what I mean? Because the 1,500, it'll still have a ripple effect. But I don't know, man. It's 70 million of us here, man. I don't get it. And you know, a lot of people say stuff, and then we could use this internet too. The internet is power, and we just got a lot of work to do, man. What's up, family?
What up, though? I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can
Can
hear
you
you,
hear me?
Yeah,
fam.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
it can hear
Like
you, bro.
what the brother was saying is right. We got even the Nation of Islam. We got all these groups. The problem is that you got to join them. It's
Yeah,
like we can't network. Like even if you think like when we was in indigenous tribes, like we always had our own tribe, but we still network with other groups. We still
Right. You breaking up, fam. Nate.
Brother Noomski, don't tell me you done broke up, man. Don't tell me you got stuck in the matrix. Damn it, word.
Yeah, the Matrix.
Nah, pop back up. He probably lost service.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's like I said, I done build with them like on some one-on-one shit because you know they always grouped up. So I try to get them when they kind of like isolated, not the little soldier dudes. But I used to go out there and check them every Saturday. They because I live in Aiken, South Carolina. They right next door in Augusta, and they come out there every Saturday, and then you know they do little, they I guess religious duties. I don't think they call it a religion, whatever it is, but yeah, they come out there, they talk to the people. But I'm like, yo, B, it's going to be kind of difficult for people to move along with it because at the end of the day, they still gonna have to survive. It's going to take years, man, to years to unravel a lot of foolishness that be going on in the backwardsness in our communities. It's going to take a long time, but I believe it could be achieved. You know what I mean? I'm definitely an optimist. And I just think with just with just dialogue, we just got to talk to each other, learn how to just because someone is looking at you, that don't mean that they want to hurt you. They might just figure they know you from somewhere. Like, yo, damn, I look like my cousin homeboy, man. I wonder if that's him. But he kind of hesitant because you might have a facial expression on like, yo, what you looking at? I mean, we got to stop looking at each other like enemies, man. That's why kind of like I'm not gonna lie to you, Nate, on some real junk, man. I don't even make eye contact too long with black people, man. Like if I feel like it's going to a second or two, a second or third too long, I just look away because I don't even want no issue. I want to tell them, yo, you my brother, man. You my brother, man. Yo, what the same stuff you going through practically, I might be going through it just in a different way because I'm living check to check right now, and I make pretty decent money. But I got a payment. That's what's messing me up. I got a van payment, but I need the van because with the Instacart thing, you gotta have at least two vehicles to in my own opinion. I think you gotta have two cars to do that drink because you'll run them down to the ground. Yo, Nate, I've been working for a month straight, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure this thing out, but I know collectively, even if you it don't even matter how many people you gather, just as long as you get the plan in motion, man.
Nah, it's a whole fact, man. Wait a minute. Did you just don't tell me you got stuck in the I'm about to say this nigga got stuck in the matrix. Look at this shit.
Yeah, the Matrix. Yeah,
My bad, bro. No, the wife
nah,
called, bro.
nah, you good, bro. I
it
thought
always happens when you're making a proper build. When if you ain't building, you talk about BS and all that. They let you rock out, you know. But once you start getting talking about togetherness and this, that, and the third, somehow or another, I don't know, B.
the haters hate.
Yeah, that this phone, I don't even really like speaking into it, man. I don't trust the phone. How you gonna even hold you, bro?
That's the militant mind right there. The militant mind. But again, it's just about what you really are promoting, regardless.
Yeah,
Oh shoot. I already know a lot of times too, just again, we got this psyop when it's like, oh, I gotta I gotta do this to my brother and sister real quick. But I
yeah,
ain't gonna do that to anybody else. Selective energy. And I be laughing at that. Because I'm like, damn, like I see in certain scenarios, you like, this actually could have been a great bill, but y'all both being stubborn or you both being you be like, oh damn. Hey, just put that shit to the side, nigga. If everything else is still moving accordingly, let it move accordingly. It's supposed to be about the general picture.
right.
You
But
back,
you was
brother
building,
Raccoon?
fam, before you got cut off, man. You
Mm.
was talking about the nation and stuff like that. You there,
Your
family?
word. Oh Lord, I think
Oh,
he
you
done
might have
fell
got cut
back in the
off, man.
matrix.
Yeah, I know how that is, man. I done been, I done been in that
Mm.
situation numerous times where you just be like, yo, you pop out, and then next thing you know, yo, dude's like, yo, we can't hear you. I'm like, oh, well, let me pop out and pop back in. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
the
a
link is
powerful
in the
build, though,
chat,
man.
though.
Like I said, that's why I always tell you, man, I appreciate you, and I really admire you, man, because you stay on course, and that's very difficult because I know, you know, a lot of
Mm.
the stuff, the BS stuff that you could be talking about, your numbers would be through the roof. But but even though the numbers ain't really like that, they ain't really too large. But you got the authentic people in here checking you out. You know what I mean, and appreciating the conversation, man. Thank you, man, for real.
Nah, listen, you're more than welcome, man. That's for anybody, man. Keymash, baby. Nah, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
anybody, bro. Yeah, I can hear you now. Don't fall back into the matrix again, son. You about to get a troll drop, son.
you you know what, man? For some reason, it won't let me use the app. Like when you hit the link, it give me the option to use the app, and usually I use the app because they work clear. But when I go on the internet, it be wacky sometimes. But
Oh,
my
okay,
bad. Yeah, my wife had called, and my son wanted me to do something for him. She ain't all alive.
that's what's
So,
up. Yeah, family
and
first.
it,
You know how the game go.
well, for sure, man. They had needed that example, So,
No question.
you know. But shout
Yo,
out to my brother BDB and Keymosh, man. Hey, Mosh, I still need that. We still got to talk about that. We still got to do that show. But I'm gonna be gone for a minute. But um, I just wanted to speak a little piece with y'all brothers real quick. Like this right here is what we all come from different areas. We all doing our own thing, but we come together and network. We come together and build and have these conversations and get information to the people. That we can always do. And a lot of times I feel people we can use ego, but is I feel it's more comprehension. We it's different
Right,
comprehension levels, right?
definitely.
I can be saying something and somebody take it out of context, and instead of if we too quick to criticize,
Yeah,
instead of
right.
criticizing, we have to fall back to understanding why or
Hmm.
intentions, learning the person's intentions. But like you were saying earlier, there's a lot of deprogramming that has to be done
Yeah, man.
because we all go to work and work with people that we don't go home with, but we be
Right,
effective and efficient, get the job done, and then we leave. We can do
yeah,
that amongst one another. I
right,
don't have
right.
to agree with everything you do on your private time. You know what I'm saying? As long
Yeah,
as
that's your
when we come
business.
together,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We on mission, we on task, we get it done. Everybody benefit from it, and then we go do our own thing. We can do it. Start off like I think that's the safest way to start off. And then after that, we can start building like community or tribe or whatever you want to do. Just learn how to work with one another and accept the differences of one another.
right. I
facts.
agree, man.
Lady Shay, baby.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because it's like we've been here long enough that we should at least have our own plans. Something that we could say concrete. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of black businesses out there. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot. It's just that it's not that prevalent. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's sort of kind of like rare. You know what I mean? You really literally, where I am, you got to go out your way to go spend money with black people. And I try to do my best to do that. But we got to get smart with the dollar, man, because that's what every other racial group, that's what they doing. That's how they prosper. You don't never see the Oriental people. You you very rarely see them on plants, like plants that we be working on, blacks,
Yeah,
whites, and Hispanic people. A couple of sprinklers of others, but you very rarely see them because they have their own thing going on, and they keep their situation, and it thrives, man, and they really doing well. You could go to Chinatown, and you can't say that they don't have no numbers. They got numbers in this country, yo, and they all
yeah.
they all doing their own thing, and they function. You know what I mean? But we should be able to at least say that we got a plant down in Alabama, something with somewhere that we know even if they only make do rags, skull caps, what a bonnets, something, man. We gotta my seed calling me, B. I'm gonna try to pop back up, man. Nate.
No doubt, bro. But yeah, piggybacking off that, yeah, it's a lot of different things he talking about that is facts though. But the one thing we have to deprogram, which he said, we gotta deprogram one thing. See, the one thing that separates us from everybody else is that most of our people are dying over that dollar. Whether it's the legal way or the illegal way, they losing their lives over it. And that be the one thing. Again, you know, wealth don't buy health. You gotta be healthy on all aspects, all cylinders. We gotta deprogram that part. You know, you shouldn't have to risk your life for that dollar neither. You know, if you know where those dollars are supposed to be going to, and if it's going back towards the main things, then keep doing so. You know, like I said, you know, if you put a thing in the community, or look, this is the damn community pot. This is what's needed for this. All right, here we got it. You know, here we got it. Here we got it. You know, this way it won't be no. I gotta run down on you. I gotta do something I don't need to do to you, or possibly destroy your family just because of that damn dollar.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, let me like my wife Middle Eastern, bro. Her family owned a couple businesses, right? And when I came into the family, I'm sitting back watching how they network and operate, how they circulate the money amongst one
Yeah.
another. And when I was in real estate, her cousin came to me like, I got a cleaning business. I'm like, that's what's up. He said, so when you get clients, and they need the house clean, or I'm like, bet I'm gonna call you. When I did that, he started referring people to me. So the more people he referred to me, we want to look at houses, and I'm telling clients like, we got to clean this up, bam. So I'm getting money from him. He getting money from me.
Right.
I'm meeting other people, landscapers. They refer people. I mean, so even like networking amongst one another businesses, that's how
Yeah.
you keep the money flowing or circulating within the community. So I
Right.
mean, it's like you said, there's other people out here doing it. We just not doing it. We too busy
Yeah.
criticizing them and you know throwing ego parties amongst one another instead of saying, look, I'm good at this, you good at that, you do that, and when it's time for this, I do that. And
Yeah.
I take the lead when this is, and you take the lead on that. I mean,
Right. Right.
it's not hard, bro. It's really
No, it's
not.
not. It's not. That's why I say, but it does happen. But in most cases that I'm not gonna say it's rare, but we'll say it's split. I'm talking about with us as far as like if you could get something and really get it, like you said, comprehension. Get somebody to comprehend where we trying to go. For the most part, at least 70 to 85%, it'll fall in line. You'll find with some people, they'll weed themselves out. They'll figure it out. They'll be like, okay, this dude is a greaseball, so we already know we can't mess with him. See, but everybody, if you got people on the same page, like comprehending what we trying to get accomplished, we can get it done. You know what I mean? We can get a lot done. But like we got so many different we got entertainers, we got athletes, we got this, that, and the third. If we make some kind of proposals to them saying that you don't even have to put up none of your own money. We're gonna do it on us by ourselves. Because to be honest, we got the second largest purchasing power in America. We got the second largest. You know what I mean? And our joint is in the trillions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't even need much out of it. You could say $5 to $10 trillion. You don't need much out of that with 70 million people. You could do a quarter a week with 2 million people. Just a dollar a month. Everybody just pulling a dollar. 2 million people in a month. I mean every month. But you say for like 5 years, that's 60 million right there. And that's a micro fraction of the of those trillions. That's like nothing, yo. That's like nothing. Like $100 and you just put up a penny or something like that. Yeah, 25 cents. It don't even take much. And then we could get these athletes and entertainers to understand we don't want nothing from you. We just want the people to have somebody. We need a face behind what we trying to produce, and then somebody like LeBron, somebody that people trust that don't have no reason to mess them over. and get our people to understand we need plants. We need our own stuff. We need our own eateries. If we live in a town, if you live in a town, like I live in this small town, it's called Aiken. It's a city though. It's a city in South Carolina. So you say in this little town right here, this little city here, it's at least $3 million a day floating around. That's one day. So 3 times 7 is 21. And you keep going, so on and so forth. If we should be able to get 2% out of $1 trillion, man. That's nothing. And you could do it. You could do it on the calculator. It's a large number, but in comparisons to what we spending our money on, like Pepsis, and I'm just telling you, just don't buy a Pepsi one day, or a quarter. A quarter ain't gonna make or break nobody, right? I would hope not. $1 a month to get these weapons of mass destruction and out of our communities. We got plenty of Elon Musk running around, man. We got him. We
Yeah,
got him. But just that the streets is so influential that it's hard to break. And we got brilliant little young black brothers out there, man, and Latino brothers. What'd you say? We'll just say Americans, so we don't want to leave nobody out.
Yeah.
but I want to leave you with this too, because like I was saying, like my wife Middle Eastern, and I picked up a lot of stuff from them. And one of the things I noticed dealing with them is all them ain't the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of our issues here because we melanated people in America. We look at everyone the same, and that's where the disconnection comes from. Like I
Mm.
said, like even when we was indigenous, think about I don't care what concept you accept, out of Africa or we were here already. No matter what you say, we was always in different groups. But
Right,
all of a sudden, since because of slavery and we got free, now we one group, and that's why we can never get along. We trying to do things on mass scales, but all of us ain't the same in the first place. So it's just identifying your tribe, building with people who you can build with, and getting things done. And even at the 9, that's what we doing now. We come from different places. Uh, Commander, she Irish and Mexican, but she
okay,
accepted in our tribe. She accepted in our community. That's our 9. We come together for self development, and making
right,
ourselves better makes everything else better. Like brother said in the chat, the first village or community is yourself. So we come together with the
that's
intention to
deep.
become better, and as we become better, the things around us become better. But we also helping one another become better. They adding to me, I'm adding to them. We all don't know
Mhm.
everything, but
Right,
collectively we can have, we do, collectively we do. We all got pieces of the puzzle. So it's just with the intention, and having a mission. Someone told me that a long time ago. Like, shout out to Cat Daddy. He part of the knot. He was like, the reason people can't come together because they have no reason to. What's your mission statement? And that's when I said, well, what I'm doing is trying to become the best version of me. And the better I become, I notice in real life, my family becomes better.
right.
My wife, my kids, even my mother and father, my sisters, my
He said we don't
everyone
have no
becomes
reason
better.
to come together. What do you mean
He
by that?
said, no, he was saying most people, when they come together, like even think about this app, people come on here and have no real reason to come
Oh,
together,
okay,
no purpose. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a purpose, a lot of the minuscule things, the little arguments dissipate because you have something bigger than, no one's bigger than the program, but you actually have a program that can benefit everyone. So, just having a reason to come together. We have to have vision, like you said. If we all get something, if Nate's reason is for awareness, that everyone, build around Nate. Okay, Nate is good at bringing this awareness. He out in the street saying these different things, and he bringing it to the table. If you big at organizing, then we huddle around you for that. We all got reasons, and all those little reasons add up to a big purpose.
yeah.
That's how we get them gold.
And then we
It's
got the
not
internet.
hard.
We can use the internet as a tool too.
Ex-
You know what I mean? To reach a lot of different people. You know how much people is on the internet?
mhm.
It's crazy, man. You could connect with the world from your crib, man. You know what I mean? We just haven't figured out how to utilize it in the right in the correct manner. But it's
Some
coming,
people
man.
have,
It's coming.
but see, some people have, and they
Right.
still doing it as you speak right now. Uh, Others just ain't going to because again, it's all about the selfishness with some. That be the problem a lot of times because again, it's oh well, this person think they know more. Listen, it's not about who know more than who. It's about just coming together and building and eating off of that information. Period.
Hmm.
You know, again, if it's going to keep you from an early grave or from a cold steel cell, you
Yeah.
get to doing shit, huh? Like you don't have to follow every aspect that somebody else. Like I said, you can't follow everybody else's road. You got to set your own. You got to set the pavement for real. Like, it's no way you're gonna tell me you build a car, you build your own road, but then you want to follow everybody. Like, you know, you will follow certain blueprints. Not saying that you won't, but those are probably blueprints you was already going to start following because you already know where it's going to take you.
Right.
But again, you gotta have self confidence and just self motivation more than anything. So you know, there's people that can come together and they are reaching those they need to reach. That's why
Right.
they have the outcomes and the numbers that they have. Because again, you know, it's just everybody's building on the same collective. It's not about personal wants and needs. It's about the needs of within that community. So you just gotta know what you're building for. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe once you get a face behind something like an economic plan and they get a better understanding because a lot of people don't even know that, man. You ask the average black person running around like, yo, who has the second largest purchase? Well, who has the largest purchasing power in America? And they'll jot a few things off, and they probably won't even realize that how much you just looking at yourself individually. When you go to like I'm with State Farm, I don't make State Farm rich. It's not one person. Yeah, it's a group. It's a collective. It's not. You don't get these entities rich from just one person. I spend money. Well, like Jeff Bezos, he's the dude that do the Amazon, like the stuff online, right? It's not just one person that makes this dude who he is. So once we get the people to look at Kamala Harris, she just went before the election when she started running, she rose. I think I can't remember, but it was a crazy number. You know what I mean? It's not just one person that was donating to her campaign. We haven't figured that part out like at this point yet. It's not nothing. It's nothing about individuality. It's about making it coming up. Like I said, with just a quarter a week, 2 million people. That's $2 million or something like that. Well, I don't know. I forget the numbers, but it's short paper. No, it's a. Matter of fact, it's a half a million a day, which is two quarters. This is crazy, man. Yeah, it's gonna take a movement, man. A movement of people that understand that we got to do better, man. We gotta. It's no excuses anymore. Everybody pretty much doing something. And if you're not, you bugging. You know what I mean? Because life is so short, man. It's short.
Nah, whole facts.
Hmm.
Like I said, for some people who realize that if you made it past a certain level in life, that some of your peoples and your comrades didn't get a chance to, be thankful and be prevalent for those next days that you have. Because guess what? You're definitely going to be going through some more little storms, but you
Yep.
remember mostly, you still got to keep life going. So if you're
Right.
already in a great position, you don't allow things to knock you down. Oh, hold on 1 second. We did
Hmm.
have one idiot that did decide to come in. Yeah. Well, you must have just woke up out your coat coma. So, yeah, you'll be all right. And the next person,
Hmm.
oh, matter of fact, hold on. They definitely need this one for
Porn
Sunday.
causes brain damage.
Yeah, they be all right. And you gonna do the same thing, talk and be a punk your damn self. So let's try this again. Like, come on now. Get up out of here with that bullshit. See, and it be people like that. And for all you know, that could be your own melanated brother or sister being a goddamn fool.
Yeah, but some people just be joking. It just,
Now, you
some
know
people
when
have a
some,
strange sense of humor. Yeah,
yeah, now you know when some joking, but then you know when some are just being ignorant anyway. We don't have ones that came in here, ooh, F this and F this and this, that, third. So that's how you really feel about your society, period. You know,
yeah,
and you see why you in an awkward state.
yeah.
Miserable ass motherfuckers.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of misery out here, man.
You be alright, even on a Sunday, you be alright. Shit,
Mm-hmm.
look, you done
Who
heard
was the dude
crows
that
and
was
everything
talking though?
else.
Who
Huh?
was the dude?
Oh,
Who was the dude
word.
that?
Yeah,
Huh?
he had to drop. Yeah, word had to drop down.
No, I.
But
Oh, okay. His name's Word. Okay, okay.
yeah, um, yeah, nah, he had to drop down. But nah, always gonna pop in for the good talks and the conversation, and
No
that's the
question,
thing
man.
that's needed again. The best way to bring awareness is doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, and for the asshole, how you think the words and the knowledge gonna get out if you don't talk, stupid?
Right.
Go talk yourself into a job. Ain't it Sunday? Shit, I know I gotta work in a couple hours. What about you? Oh,
Right.
oh, my bad. My bad.
Yeah, I just got off.
And that's the one thing that we gotta remember too, more than anything.
Yeah.
Fuck
Little
that.
shit
You
like
gotta
that.
learn to
You learn it.
laugh. Gotta learn to laugh, man. Like
Yeah.
blow it out your ass, like Luda said, man. Blow
You can
it
say
out your
something
ass.
funny.
It
You
ain't
can
that
say
deep.
something funny. Say something funny. It's cool. You just sit here and just learn. Some people just, I don't know. I get
Yeah,
cracking jokes and stuff like that, but when it's a time and place for everything.
yeah.
Hmm.
But
But yo,
when they
man,
just
man,
wait,
I'm a slide though, man. Yo, my brother, like always, man.
yeah,
Always
you
appreciate
already,
you, man, and thank you for letting me come up, man.
man. Listen, you more than welcome. Like anybody else is more than welcome to pop in on the conversation, bro. You
Yeah,
added some great topics and you added some great points to it as well. And shout outs
I
to Word
appreciate
too. Everybody was cooking, man. Listen, that's what's
you.
needed right
Cooking,
now.
baby.
How you want to bring that awareness, bro? If you ain't cooking on, different parameters, it's still knowledge being bought. So, you already know, definitely appreciate you, my guy.
Yeah,
Shout outs
yo,
to
family.
Word.
Salute to the chat. Nothing but love to everybody.
Mhm. You already, my guy. Shout outs to Word and shout outs to Harry for popping in. I'm not going to hold y'all all afternoon. It's time for me to figure out some good old lunch. It's all right, serious. I had to clap their ass real quick because apparently, all I'm going to do is talk. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to do nothing but talk. But the talk does go to something else. I wish I could say the same for you, but your talk just going to still lead you in one fucking solid place. Solitary confinement. So, nonetheless, it was a great conversation, a healthy one more than anything. And I'm going to revisit this. It's a lot of different things, again, that you can come together on and try to build and build the right way. And for others, people ain't going to be able to do it because, again, self sabotage or just sabotage, period. That poet said it best though. Niggas is scared of revolution. Keyword: niggas is scared of revolution. Everybody else don't fear it, and they don't. So revolution will definitely start leading a greater evolution. Don't let that ball go over your head today, neither. And before I get up out of here, let me give birthday shout outs again and birthday love to all the fellow Scorpios in there. Wait a minute, get your dance on, get your dance on. For those who feel like me today,
I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna wait tomorrow. I just ain't tryna go to work. I don't wanna wait tomorrow. I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna wait tomorrow. Yo no
Mm-hmm. Y'all all make sure y'all keep yourselves safe and enjoy your special day. And, like I said, keep creating long lasting memories. You know? Wait, one more again for the people. One. Oh, and one more time for the pug face fucker that came in here earlier.
Motherfucker.
Appreciate everybody that's been a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build. And definitely appreciate those who have always been true to the conversation. And also dropping gems and knowledge. I know what it is. Before I do get up out of here, though. Before I do get up out of here. One more again. Oh, man. For those following me on Clapper, I see y'all at 4 o'clock. I feel like I'm already getting another copyright. Come on. Is that Fabby playing? Yep. My man playing Fab in that whip. Yeah, he made me want to get crazy again. Now I got to go crazy. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I'm not going to let y'all leave out like that, though. I'm really not. I got one more. One more again. One more again.
You a baddie, the type I appreciate. With no makeup, you looking good in the face. Natural body, I'm loving how it's shaped. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoes coming in, so I gotta bring the guys with me. Said they get the dirty outside. Heard they was some free, so I had to bring the down with me. Oh, you with it? I'm gone. Come to the bathroom, give me that dome. Yo, man's get the tripping, birdie.
Yeah, you know how to get y'all some foolishness before I leave that out of here. But again, for those following me, I see y'all at 4. And for those following me on the tube, I see y'all again tomorrow with another great conversation. One of them I am going to reiterate on. But I feel it's going to get to a greater place. Oh, yeah, and again, in order for things to happen, you have to talk. If you don't talk, closed mouth will never get fed, my guy. Think about that while you're sitting in your basement. Stop trolling and become a man. Be a productive part of life. Hold on one second. I owed y'all one more. My bad. I definitely see y'all in full. Oh man. But y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. But until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.